Having no intention of telling anyone what they should do, this series is prompted by a general question followed by a series of questions. By no means do I assume that my questions appropriately address any and everyone's way of seeing things, but is where my own mind goes when considering the question. My intent is to perhaps inspire a different way of looking at what the question implies. I do not wish to further inspire confusion. If this doesn't fit or make sense for you, give yourself permission to know that. Simultaneously, if you find the sequence extremely offensive, I invite you to inquire to yourself why that may be. No right, no wrong here, ever. What if I fail? What if? What if anything? What if what ifing makes no sense? What if what ifs never actually happen? What if the only moment you have is now, fundamentally? What if you could not have any possibility of doing anything but generating a concept of something that may never happen? Something that may never actually exist? Isn't that actually the thing you could possibly do? Really? Is there any possibility that you could predetermine anything that would happen exactly as you expect it to? Is that even possible? Can you predict the future? Could you predict all possible futures? How accurate could you possibly be? What is the probability of that? Are you merely trying to predict something that might be likely to happen? Is that a more reasonable thing to be attempting to do? May I ask a personal question? Are all of your predictions negative in nature? Are you assuming that not succeeding at something that you are predicting to be good for you is bad for you? Again, how accurate is your ability to predict anything? Do you know yourself well enough to know what you want? What are your criteria for success in the first place? What are your criteria for what constitutes failure? What does failure even mean? Not only what does it mean to you, but what does it mean in general? Do you agree with that? How do you know? Have you asked yourself what constitutes failure? Have you asked yourself what constitutes just not getting what you thought you wanted? Is there a way for you to have results that without introspection would seem like failure that could, post-introspection, be a different form of success? Or something that could be shifted around to be a success of a different kind? Have you even considered the idea of not considering any outcome to be a failure? What if all effort becomes success? What if all outcomes merely become results of effort? Does it feel less intimidating or scary? Does the idea of referring to any outcome as a failure feel a little ridiculous? Is the idea of any outcome or result being merely that actually true? Would you tell a child who tried very hard but came in fourth place a failure? Would you actually do that? Or would you suggest to them that they tried their best? Would you encourage them to maybe keep practicing to improve if they still really want to participate? Would you even possibly suggest they try other things they are interested in if they tried their hardest and will never improve more than they already have? What if you pretend the word fail doesn't exist in the first place? Pun intended.